Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel for another review on an Xplus Godzilla figure. This is the 1984/1985 Xplus 30cm Godzilla, and I got it on eBay. It's second hand. Got it for a really good price from a seller in the UK who was absolutely fantastic and got it to me really fast. It's in great condition. And I have the NECA figure. This is the box for the NECA version. There's the little NECA figure there, which I reviewed on the channel recently. So I've just got the box in the background just to, go along with this piece here, because I do love that film poster. But this is the one from my childhood, really. There's other versions from my childhood, like the different various sort of TV shows. I guess some of them were filmed in the 70s, where Godzilla would dance and fly and talk sometimes. But this movie was a more serious take, from what I remember, and quite scary as I was a kid, about 5 years old when I saw this. So I wanted to get this one for the collection because it does mean quite a lot to me, the memories attached to it. It does come with a light up feature, which was all intact and working. I've actually left that in another room. I was going to go get it, but it's really not too much of a big deal. It's just literally this middle section here can light up. So it's very nice. And it really looks like a suit as well. They've done all the kind of wrinkles and folds accurately to kind of represent that look of a guy wearing a suit in the movie. And I wasn't too excited about getting it. I wanted it for the collection when I saw it on eBay anyway. I saw the price. Like I said, it was a very fair price, about £200 plus the shipping or the postage from the UK. So I thought, well, I'm going to jump on this and grab it because it is the one from my childhood. But I don't love this look as much as I like the Shin Godzilla and other versions, but it does mean a lot to me, so I had to get him. It would seem like too good an opportunity to miss. There is a more recent Xplus 85 Godzilla where the mouth is closed and he seems a little bit darker. And I do really like the look of that one, but I have to think about, with Godzilla figures of this scale, it's really about what is the tail doing. Because when the tail's like this, going up, I can just about fit him on the shelf up there. But the newer version, which I do think looks better, has the tail just kind of going much more kind of straight out behind him. So there's no way he would be able to stand in any way facing forward on a shelf. It would have to be a side profile kind of display, which would take up a lot of space. So even though I do think the more recent one with the closed mouth and the slightly darker skin is better looking, I still think this is a very accurate representation of the Godzilla from this movie. So I'll review it for you now. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333, and I got confirmation from FedEx that the Xplus 30cm Shin Godzilla Rick version is in the country and will be here soon. Cannot wait to show you that one. Alright, so we'll get a look at him turning on the rotating base. Beautiful sculpt, really nice colouring. And when I knew he was coming, I was considering going over him with a bit of a dry brush in a nice kind of charcoal black, a matte black finish, just to make him look a bit darker. I don't know if I'm going to do that now because I'm really happy with him. Like I said, he was second hand on eBay, and the seller did say you might want to wash him a little bit because he's had him for years and the dust might have gotten into the crevices. So I did that. I blasted him with the garden hose on the high pressure setting, got rid of all the dust in the crevices, and he looks brand new now. I'm very impressed with the teeth. They're very sharply done, very good paintwork. The eyes look good too. The eyes look a little bit more white and vibrant on the newer one, but like I said, it's really all down to the tail situation. With the tail being in this position, I'm able to put him on the shelf and display him properly. But I do really like the look of the new one. Well, it's not exactly new, but it's more recent than this one we're looking at here. But once you get into this Xplus Godzilla thing, it's pretty addictive, and I have no space, as you can see. The Godzilla shelf is getting pretty busy. That 2014 version is just beautiful. Even from this angle, it just looks incredible. Cannot wait for that Shin Godzilla version to arrive. So, really, really happy with this one. I'll get a bit closer here once that tail comes round. Really nice sculpt. Spines on the back look great. Eyes look pretty good. Look at that. Yeah, pretty damn good, pretty good. On the figure just now. Tail attaches in the usual way. You have to heat it up and get it on there. It's a bit tricky with this one, but I got it done. And I'm thinking, because I've seen a few folks do mods on this particular one, the 2014, that has an open mouth, and I think they heated it up with a hairdryer and then closed the mouth and then tie elastic bands around the mouth so that when it cools down it stays shut. And I was tempted to try that with this one, because I don't know, I just think you'll look a little bit cooler with the mouth closed. But I may or may not try that. I'll let you know in the future if I do. This is the box for the figure, folks. Not much to look at, but I just wanted to make sure I show it to you in case you go looking for this particular one, because of the light up feature, which I will show you now. This is what the box looks like. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, the light up feature just plugs into the back of his leg. It's got an on off switch, and you put batteries in. It takes 4 of them, and that's how it looks when it's on. You just have to try and find somewhere to hide the battery pack on off switch. Yeah, it looks alright. I'm not bothered about it. It's like the voice feature on the Hot Toys Robocop. I've never used it. I've never even heard it in person because it's a gimmicky kind of thing. It's meant to be a high-end collectible piece. I'm not really into the gimmicky voice boxes and stuff, and this just looks a bit naff. But it's a nice option, I guess. But you turn the lights off, turn them off. Oop. Yeah, well, you know, it looks pretty cool. Not too bad. But it is just that middle section. Doesn't look too bad going up to his head. The way the sudden stop there at the tail kind of kills it a little bit. But yes, that is the light up feature. And get a look at the face here. So very nicely sculpted. It's an old piece though. I think this came out 2013. That was a while ago. Let's work on the nails. But from what I have seen on YouTube, the more recent version definitely has a slightly more defined sculpt all around, especially on the face. And yeah, the coloring on the new one's a little bit darker than this. I really like this though. I mean, I got it brightly lit most of the time when I'm showing it to you. I'm trying to make it look a bit darker here. Let me just turn down. There you go. See, that looks good. It is a great representation of this particular Godzilla. Definitely happy with it. I'll get the 2014 Godzilla down for a size comparison next to him. Alright, so here they are side by side. 2014 is considerably larger than the 8485. This is a beautiful piece right here. I appreciate this more and more every day. It's just an exquisite sculpt and paint job on this. So excited to get the Rick Shin Godzilla version. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow it'll arrive. I'll bring you that video. Can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. That's these two together. Now my shelves are exactly 12 inches deep, and he just makes it standing directly straight on the shelf, which I'm glad about. I'm hoping the Shin Godzilla can do that too. You can turn him slightly to the side and you can get a full foot on there. It's a pretty nice angle, but the idea was to just keep this one shelf here, like from that point there obviously to the end was just going to be Godzilla stuff, but the rate things are going, might have to extend the shelf a little bit, but I don't know what I'm going to do about my superheroes. I'm just not really into that stuff at the moment. It's going to come back. All the stuff that I have in this room kind of phase in and out of the obsession. Like, you know, Batman Begins is like my absolute favorite of all time, but I'm not really feeling it at the moment, but it will come back. You know, Toy Story, I got really obsessed with that for a little while. That's kind of faded, but it'll come back. So I'm not going to be getting rid of that stuff, but I do need to figure out what I'm going to do about display situation, because yeah, Godzilla, we got to put him back as well. Big guy. But that is how the Godzilla section is coming along. It's getting there, man. I don't know where I'm going to put the 30 centimeter Rick Shin Godzilla, but he's going to have to go here somewhere. I got these from eBay. Not framed, I had to frame them myself from a local shop. I got the frames. These are from Japan when the movie was coming out, and these were free, I think, in the cinema, and you could just take them. But I found them on eBay for a nice cheap price, mint condition, and just framed them up, because I love those two posters. But yeah, he goes very nicely on the shelf. Things are coming along nicely with the Godzilla display. And Ruby is cleaning herself, aren't you? Yes. You say hi, right? Say hi to the nice people, Ruby. Yeah, look at her. She's gorgeous. Yes, she agrees. Yes, I am gorgeous, Daddy. Now she's shy. You little waggy tail. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Here's a waggy tail. You know, waggy tail. Yes, here she comes. He's my little Godzilla. He's my little Godzilla. He's my little Godzilla. Who's Godzuki? You Godzuki? Look at those eyes. Cute little bugger. She's getting on now, folks. Really is. She's having trouble walking. I'm going to have to take her to the vet soon, and I fear that it will be a one-way trip for one of us. You gotta be tough during these times. It's going to be a very, 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 very sad day. She's my baby. And you guys on the channel have been very sweet about Ruby throughout the years. She pops up in live streams sometimes. But yeah, she's an angel. There is actually the tiniest little bit of movement here. It's like a swivel joint that doesn't actually swivel, but it very slight movement. And this one too. I'm not sure what that's about, but there is a fraction of left and right movement there, but it's barely even worth mentioning. I don't know. But yeah, he's a soft vinyl kind of figure. When I say soft, he's not soft, but you know, you got a bit of movement here so that if he does fall, nothing's going to break, hopefully. And when you heat up the tail to get it on there with a hairdryer, it does go very soft, which was why I was tempted to try the closing the mouth trick. And like I mentioned before, I think this is the figure that the dude I saw, he heated up the mouth on this and then closed it and sealed it with an elastic band nice and tight, and then it was closed. So it was tempting to do that. I don't know why. I kind of prefer Godzilla with his mouth shut most of the time, but who knows. Maybe I will one day get the more recent version of this Godzilla even with the tail being too long for me to really display it. I'll figure out something, because I do really like the look of it. There's so many nice ones, man. The 91 version, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm still learning, you know, I'm still new to this whole Godzilla obsession thing. I mean, it was Shin that started it. Like I said in previous videos, I've always been a fan of Godzilla, especially in the 80s when I was a kid. The cartoon in the 80s with Godzuki, the Godzilla show that used to have like Baby Godzilla, and like I said, Godzilla would dance and do kung fu on people and fly across the desert like that and stuff on his tail. Some good stuff, man. Funny, but yeah, Shin Godzilla really just reignited my passion in a very big way. So final thoughts on this one, guys. I give this a... Well, I think the sculpt is beautiful. I think it looks very accurate to the Godzilla from this movie. I love the pose, the eyes, the teeth, all the detail on his skin. I like the fact that the tail's going up a little bit, saves you a little bit of space. I like the way the arms are in this position. I wouldn't mind if this arm was a little bit higher up, kind of like that. But I don't really see any reason to dock him any points for anything. It's a great sculpt, great paint job, very accurate looking Godzilla from the movie. It's got to be a 10 out of 10, I think. Don't see why not. Why not give this a 10 out of 10? It's beautiful. So that's what I'm going to give it. 10 out of 10. I hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. I'll be back with you with more Godzilla soon. And let me know what you think in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at DKnight333 for plenty of pictures. I hope you're having a great October. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.